Hey Troy, this is Jay, and in this video I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to help bring more customers into your business. And sometimes when somebody's looking at another company for marketing, the only hesitation they have is that they don't know who is an expert and who is not. So what I found is that by giving people a free attack plan of actual things they can do to impact their business for free, well, this has resulted in some of those people saying, hey Jay, can you just do this for me? So if by the end of this video you like what you see and you're here, and you can see I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business, shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or if at the end of this video you just want to take the free attack plan, well, you can do that too. What we're going to talk about, Troy, is citations, content, and backlinks. Citations, we'll get into that just a little bit later, but here's your website. Now you got a nice looking website. You probably could use a little more keywords in your content. I don't know if you know, but a lot of times you can put the keywords behind all these pictures also, and Google picks up on that when you're crawling the websites also. And you got a good website here, good colors, and here we've got I don't remember if they're not 1 or 2, Norco Roofing. They're in the top of the organic rankings, okay? And they've got about 1,600 words of content. You've got pretty close to 1,500 words of content. And then we've got Premier or Bone Dry. We'll show you them in a second here. But they've got a good looking website too. And we've got Bone Dry. You got basically 1 and 2, depending on the keywords you put in. But what I do is I put in roofing companies, Fort Collins, and these are the ones I came up with on top. And so they got a good website also. Good colors. They've been around a while too. Now what I did, Troy, is I went to Google and I typed in roofing companies Fort Collins. And you've probably seen this before for other things you've been looking for, local places. When you put in roofing companies, Fort Collins, but you get up in the map. This is called the map pack, Google Map Pack. The first one you see is Bone Dry Roofing, then Severe Weather Roofing, and Premier. And Better Business Bureau is basically a citation, okay? Then you got Bone Dry Roofing, and you got another citation, Yelp, and then North Colorado Roofing. You got a lot of good quality roofing companies on the top. Now, I think what you probably want to do, Troy, is you want to be up here, okay? So you want to be up in the organic here on the first page. And if you want your company also to be up in the Google Map Pack, well, you'll get a lot more leads. Now, you're getting leads right now. I've seen that, and we'll go over that in just a minute, okay? So let's go to a tool that I use. This tool is called Ahrefs. And any company or anybody that has a website on Google, well, Ahrefs can find them and see if they've got for backlinks, referring domains, keyword traffic. You've got traffic. I think you just want more traffic. We can get you there. There's a few things to get you there. One is to have the good content on your website. The next thing is to have good backlinks, okay? Not all backlinks are equal. So you can see some people that have 2,500, 3,500 backlinks, but a lot of them aren't good backlinks. You generally want something that's at least related to the industry that you're in, and the referring domains are what give you the backlinks. You've got a lot of keywords, but you don't have a lot of buyer intent keywords for Fort Collins. I'm focused on Fort Collins. I know you're in Denver too, but you've got a lot of keywords, but they're not buyer intent keywords. Just having 863 keywords isn't automatically going to get you to the top of Google. So you need to make sure we have the right ones here. 275 traffic, that is nothing to complain about, but you can always have more. People do a lot of roofs every year, and apparently you probably do too. So let's go over here and look at Northern Colorado Roofing. Okay, they've got 106 keywords and they've got 280 in the traffic. So they've got a lot less keywords, but most of them are buyer intent keywords. They've got 66 referring domains, 94 backlinks. Again, quality backlinks are more important than quantity of backlinks. And quality keywords are also more valuable than quantity of keywords. And it all comes down to how much traffic do you have. They've just got a little bit more traffic than you do here, but they're up in number 1 or number 2 in Google Organic. And I think you want to get there. Let's look at Bone-Dry. Bone-Dry, they've got 85 referring domains, 2,100 backlinks, and then they've got traffic of 520. And I suspect this is probably more what you're looking for. Yeah, you can do more things with the money you bring in. So this is perhaps, I think we want to just get you up in this area. Not all of these 485 keywords, they're not all buyer intent keywords, but the ones they do have that are quality are getting 520 clicks or people clicking on their site every month. Okay, so that's a good thing. Now, getting back here, the way that companies get up in the Google Map Pack is by having good citations. And citations are basically your name, address, and phone number all over the internet. Okay, so places like Better Business Bureau, Yelp, there's not that many on the first page here. Citations are on directories, so you want to have consistent name, address, and phone number all over the internet. That is something that Google pays close attention to, and that is how these people get up here. And if they stay on top of it, they'll stay up here. So if the map pack, you got Bone-Dry Roofing in the map pack, you got Bone-Dry Roofing, number 1 organic. So they're getting a lot of business. That's a good thing. The content, you want to have about 1,500 words of content. You want to have buyer intent keywords within that content. And so that's very important. Citations, we went over already. Backlinks. Backlinks are basically excuse me, well, they call it link juice, okay? It's basically it gives your website authority. And simply works. Site A is pointing to site B, and site A is acting like link juice, which gives site B more authority in Google's eyes. The thing is you have the backlinks that are best for your industry and your business. You want to have relative sites that are pointing back to you. So you don't want Pizza Hut linking to you because, well, you don't sling pizzas. So the important thing is to have things that are relative to your industry for backlinks. Now, in closing, Troy, content, you need to have at least 1,500 words. You do have about 1,500 words, but the thing is you don't have any real buyer intent keywords within that content. So that's an important thing, okay? What you want to do is you want to have content that, for one thing, Google's looking at what every website has. So they can tell if it's something that's going to draw people's attention. And also when people read it, if they can look at your website and it makes sense, it's easy to look at. Well, they might call you and they might put something in your something at your website. Citations, you want to beat those other people that are in the top 3 of the pack. And link juice, you need to have more relevant sites pointing at you, and that's in Google's eyes gives you more authority. And so implement these strategies today. You can be number 1 across Google. So you can either go with the information I provided today and you can do this on your own, or if you want to, you can give me a call and I can talk about, I can help you get there too. Seems like the quicker you get there, the better it is for your company. So once again, my name is Jay and my phone number is 303-913-4779. Troy, I look forward to hearing from you and have a good day.